Hello and welcome to the fifth and final video in my mini-series on e-commerce replatforming discovery. We've already talked about what discovery is and why it's important, how you plan, how you run workshops, how you prioritise the documented requirements. And now the last short but sweet video is about just ensuring you get a proper sign-off for the requirements that have been documented and captured in the workshops. It's amazing how sometimes this can be missed off of the project management process, but it's really important. There needs to be a audit trail of evidence that requirements have been signed off by the appropriate stakeholders before they've been passed down into the project to go down into development queues. Otherwise, you end up creating future headaches and future arguments where people say, well, no, that's not what I agreed. I didn't sign those off. That's not what I asked for. And then the people who've captured saying, well, that's what we thought you meant. So we need to nip that in the bud and make sure that everyone has bought into the requirements. It doesn't mean that you can't then update and amend and edit later on. That's what agile methodology enables. It enables you to come back and revisit in the light of decisions made. But it's really important that you have a starting point where people have put the time and effort into review properly and sign off. So the process should be as this. You will have had somebody, hopefully a qualified BA, document the requirements from each of the workshops. After that workshop, once those requirements have been documented, they should be then peer reviewed. If there's a project manager or a business lead who's helping guide the project, just peer review that to make sure that there's no glaring omissions or errors and make sure everyone's happy that the things are documented accurately, and get those requirements out to the stakeholders who attended that workshop who have sign-off authorization. On small projects, each stakeholder will look at the full requirement set for the workshop and go through it. On larger projects where you might have had 8 or 9 people attending, what can really help is appointing a senior stakeholder who has the authority to sign off on behalf of colleagues those requirements, and therefore they can take the pain point away from the BA and do a bit of liaising with their colleagues to ensure that they're happy that requirements accurately reflect everybody's viewpoints. So ensure that there is an authorised person who do the sign-off from the business point of view and also the technical point of view. Send the requirements across, give them a brief, give them a timeline within which to do that, so it's not an open-ended, please review them, and then you wait for weeks. It has to be tied back in with the project timescales so that they know how long they've got to do it. Provide if there's any amends, you can edit and tweak, and then send back so that they can see, making sure you've tracked those changes, that they know that they've been made. Once each of the capability requirements catalogues have been signed off, it then pays to circulate them to the people who are responsible for those areas of the business to say, look, your teams have reviewed and signed off these capabilities. You have them for the next few days if you would like to sense check and review and make sure they accurately reflect your part of the business, or if you would like to discuss them with your team ahead of those being officially signed off in the project. That does one of two things. A, it gives the senior person who's got budget responsibility for that part of the business the ability to sense check if they want to. Some people like to get into that detail, others don't. But B, it also, from a political point of view, it has given them the ability to get involved. It has sanitised those requirements in front of them rather than them later on in a project maybe having a nasty surprise and saying, well, I didn't know that was not in the requirements. So well, actually, yes, we did engage you in that process. So it does help protect the project team against any future accusations of you did not share or involve us in this. The next thing you need to do is ensure that you have the authorization and sign off in writing. It might seem tedious and a bit autocratic, but that is a really important thing to do. That can be as simple as it's an email saying, yes, I approve these requirements as of this date. Some people use document management systems to do that, so the document has a signature on it and a date on it, or they use collaboration tools where the person goes into the ticket where those requirements catalogues have been added and adds the comment and says, yes, this has been signed off, and then they can close that down and that is authorised. A good example is it could be added to a Jira ticket, for example. Here's a requirements catalogue, yes, we've approved it, that ticket is now closed and signed off. Brilliant. So it doesn't matter what tools you use to do it. The most important thing is you have a established process that everyone knows for reviewing, signing off those requirements before they get pushed down into the development streams. Hopefully that's been useful. As always, any questions, please email me, james@digitaljuggler.com, or drop a line through LinkedIn and Twitter, and you'll find my contact details on the website. Thank you.